This is an important episode because I personally always hated Sasuke, but Heidi liked him for a while and then hated him. And right now we have Rachel here who still loves Sasuke for some unfathomable reason. And what part are you at, Rachel?
Naruto is fighting pain, and he is currently on the ground with rods in his hands and his arms and
oh, right, because you just said Hinata died. Okay.
Yes, Hinata.
So here's the thing.
Literally just died. That was the last thing I saw.
Since I don't have anything good to say about Sasuke, I'm going to let you guys discuss the fact that at the beginning you felt like he was likable, and then he became unlikable for Heidi. And Rachel, you're going to explain what the heck is wrong with you, okay? So I'm just going to, be quiet for a minute.
What's wrong with you?
No, at the beginning I liked him too.
At the beginning, he was like this chill dude. He was kind of mysterious. And then you learn about his backstory, and I was like bawling because Itachi's a monster during the backstory. Okay.
Yeah.
He was, okay. They made him out to be this awful person that killed everyone. And, just imagine having everyone you've ever known or loved or met or anything, killed by your older brother.
Okay, hold on. I've never actually thought about this, so give me a second. Okay, I'm ready.
Whatever. No, that would be super traumatizing. And he was 8 years old. That's messed up.
Well, what's messed up is that Itachi didn't just kill Sasuke.
I mean, that is messed up, but that makes me not like Itachi. No. So you learn his backstory, and it's super sad. And then I was pretty disappointed when he was trying to kill Naruto. But then he didn't. I was okay with it because I understood. He had to get it for the eye. He had to kill Naruto. But he still chose not to.
Did he actually choose not to kill him in that moment because he's a good person? Or did he choose not to kill him because he hates his brother?
I mean, probably because he hates his brother.
Right.
But
so he's
still,
not a
he
good
didn't
person.
Kill Naruto. I'm not saying he's a stand-up guy. I just don't hate him.
Well, you said he's relatable.
He is.
To people who aren't stand-up guys?
Most
or
people aren't stand-up guys. But I understand why he wanted to kill Itachi. I get it. I'm not saying it was the right choice or that he was, smart about it. But I get it. I don't hate him for it. So then he goes to Orochimaru, and I don't know. He kills Orochimaru, so at least he's got that going for him. He's not, totally with Orochimaru.
Did he?
Is that also Itachi?
I'm just kidding.
Okay, Ray, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree it made sense for Sasuke to want to kill Itachi.
Right.
For sure. Their battle was really cool. And that was, kind of when I fell in love with Itachi, because he got really sexier and sexier.
See, that's what I feel about Sasuke.
As the
I was
battle wore on. It makes sense that he wanted to kill Itachi when he didn't know the story. Then after he learned the story of Itachi...
Right.
Start from okay, because this is, for me, this is where everything was supposed to change for Sasuke. He was supposed to realize that Itachi was actually a good person if you measure his life by his own principles, right? Itachi did the right thing for the Leaf Village in his mind, and for Sasuke as well. He was trying to care for Sasuke as much as he could, as his brother. But what happens is there's that scene where Sasuke is, looking out on the water, and it's all dramatic, and for a minute, I'm like, oh my gosh, Sasuke is going to be healed, he's going to realize he was loved, and he's going to be whole again, and now he's going to find some kind of purpose in life. Instead, he just declares that he's going to murder everyone in the Leaf Village, which would completely undo everything that Itachi worked for in his entire life. So this is where I think that's the point of no return for Sasuke as far as him being a likable character. The Leaf Village, first of all, had nothing to do with it. It was the elders in the Leaf Village, and mostly Danzo, right? He doesn't know the full story, but for Sasuke to think he can just wage war, even if he disagrees with Itachi, thinks he did the wrong thing, and then he just killed him, right? Got his revenge.
Hold on. He didn't kill him,
No,
please.
You're right. I misspoke. I absolutely...
Whatever.
I'm sorry. I hate it when people say that Sasuke killed Itachi. But he just died during the battle. And, whatever, right? He feels like he got his revenge, even though he has no idea what he's talking about. But how do you justify liking Sasuke after he says, because of what happened to Itachi? Because now he's kind of taking Itachi's side in a twisted way, where he's saying, how dare you do this to my brother, even though it was Itachi that made the choice to, annihilate the Uchiha clan. And now he's going to go annihilate the Leaf Village, which is what Itachi was protecting in the first place. I guess for me, I just don't see where anybody, even though I know Sasuke is actually a popular character, and a lot of people love him, I really struggle to understand how anybody that's watching Naruto could still like Sasuke after he declares that he's going to go destroy the Leaf Village. So take it away. And please convince me. And it can't just be that Sasuke's hot, because it always comes back to
That's a
that.
big reason. I'm just kidding.
Because I think Itachi's super sexy, but that's not why I love him. That's just a bonus.
To me, Sasuke isn't doing it, like, in the name of Itachi. He's not, like, necessarily trying to revenge Itachi. Like, I think he understands more now why Itachi did what he did, and he understands that Itachi loves him. But that doesn't mean that his life wasn't ruined and that he isn't, like, pissed about what happened still. Like, why wouldn't he still be pissed? Just because, okay, it never says that every single person in the Uchiha clan was trying to overtake the leaf. It just says the leaders, some people in the Uchiha clan, were going to try to overtake it. And so to me, it's extremely messed up that Itachi decided to kill everyone in the whole clan. Like, he killed the children, he killed the babies, he killed the old people. They didn't know. So to me, Itachi's still a horrible, horrible person.
Except,
what ends up happening, though, if he kills those who are planning the rebellion, and then the entire Uchiha clan is still alive, and all of the anger just, like, recycles, and they know that, like, okay, the Leaf Village just destroyed half of our, like, all of our warriors. It's all the men who can fight.
Here's another thing, though, is that it says the Leaf Village was persecuting the Uchiha clan, and they, like, forced them to go to the outskirts of the town, and they were persecuting them. It says, like, they were being persecuted. So to me, the Leaf Village is kind of in the wrong. Like, the Uchiha clan didn't do anything, at least as far as we know right now. In fact, they, like, kicked out Pumpkinhead. What's his name? Marudo.
Madara, which was their first mistake. That's what I was going to talk about.
Don't get their first mistake.
I want to talk about people being persecuted, okay? Madara, it all starts there with him.
Madara's like super evil.
Don't let Heidi talk about Madara.
He's not super evil. Watch my other episode.
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't know who he is.
I hate him.
In fact, we're not even going to call him Madara because we don't want to trigger Heidi. We just...
Wow.
We're just going to call him Toby for now.
Okay, Toby.
Okay. So they kicked out Toby because Toby wanted to overtake the Leaf Village. And they were like, no, like, we're at peace, it's fine. And I don't think that, like, a few years later they would just be like, oh yeah, let's attack them for no reason. Like, I think they had really good reason to go after the Leaf Village. So I think...
Hold on, wait. You just said that Toby wanted to destroy the Leaf Village.
Yeah, didn't he?
And that he was an evil person, right? I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Because we can rewind and replay that if we need to.
Okay,
You said Madara. I mean, not Madara. You said Toby.
Okay, but Toby didn't have cause at the time.
You don't know that. You don't know his story.
He told Sasuke. He was like, people thought...
He did not tell Sasuke anything.
Okay, well, based
you don't know
off of what he
anything
told
about
Sasuke...
his story. Let me tell you about it.
No, stop.
I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe I should come back later then, because
you should. I just want you to remember what you said
right now.
Toby is a bad person and was trying to kill everyone in Leaf Village.
Because
Got
he didn't
it.
have
No, I just want to make sure we're on the
he
same.
He didn't have cause.
But Sasuke does.
No. Yeah.
Why?
The Leaf Village
People
killed
from the
everyone.
Leaf Village.
Sasuke's whole life was destroyed. Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Itachi also could have, like, gone about it better. He could have been... He could have hidden so that Sasuke didn't know it was Itachi. Or he could have, like, not been like...
Except Itachi wanted him to come after him. That was all part of his plan.
But that's stupid. Like,
well, to you.
Yes.
I thought it was a great
Aren't we
plan.
talking about my opinion?
Yeah, it's stupid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But what you said, Itachi, because you said something about he didn't have to go about it the way he did, but he was also part of the Uchiha, and he knew their plan. He wasn't, like, ignorant to what the Uchiha were planning.
Right.
He knew who was involved and everything that was going to go down. And yeah, the little babies might not have been involved. Itachi not only had, like, the inside track with the Leaf Village, but also the Uchiha. So I'm saying he knew. He had all the information.
Better. He could have killed everyone and then handled Sasuke better.
Okay, so you're okay with him killing everyone.
No,
you just hate how he handled Sasuke.
We're talking about...
I know, but you just said he could have killed everyone. You didn't like how he handled Sasuke. Right. I just wanted, like...
even if he chose the wrong decision to kill everyone, he could have handled Sasuke better.
I have to jump in here, Rachel, super fast, because I don't necessarily disagree with anything that you're saying.
Okay.
My thing is that Itachi chose to kill the clan. That was his decision, because he knew they were going to have this uprising, and the clan was going to be destroyed anyway because all the other villages were going to get involved. And it kind of explained that it was like a bigger deal than just, oh, we're going to have like a little rebellion within the Leaf Village. And so I think he was thinking, well, the Uchiha are going to be destroyed anyway. I would rather become the villain and protect like their reputation.
Except the Uchiha probably weren't. They were like the most powerful in the previous war.
They were not the most powerful.
But the fact that they're like an elite clan.
Talk about Madara again.
Well, the Senju clan beats the Uchiha. But here's the thing. They were an elite clan, for sure. But if the entire, like, if the Sand Village and the other village, I was thinking of God.
The Cloud Village and the
Rain
Shadow Village.
Well,
The
Rain
Mist
Village.
Village.
Anyway, if the other villages had all come together and everybody, including the Leaf Village,
Tried to kill them.
were taking on the Uchiha clan, that would have been detrimental. And Itachi wanted to protect their name, right? And, like, he didn't want them to go down in history as, like, the clan that rose up against the Leaf Village. And so he took on the role of the villain so that they could be protected in the future as well. I agree with you about Sasuke. Well, first I wanted to say, though, I think he killed the children because they would have been orphans, and then they would have grown up and heard what happened, and they would have been
Like Sasuke.
mad.
Just like Sasuke, right. So why is
And
it
no
okay
one
for
wants
the
that.
orphans to be like that?
It's not okay.
It's
That's
not.
why he killed him.
He killed them, but he couldn't kill Sasuke because he's an older brother.
Well,
that
that's
his
just
instincts.
like mean though.
No, it's
to
super
do that.
mean.
I feel like it's
I know.
almost meaner to leave him alive because he has to live with no one. And
it's
a hatred
meaner.
for his brother. And, like, he's, like, traumatized. It almost would have been better for him to just kill Sasuke, too.
I
It was
agree.
meaner
But
for him to leave him
not
alive
because I hate
we had to
Sasuke.
deal with
Because I love Sasuke.
No, I definitely agree with you. In fact, you can go back and listen. In one of the episodes, I said the only thing that would make Itachi better is if he had just killed Sasuke from
No,
the
that would
beginning.
make me
That's true. Yeah, it would.
No, the Itachi... The Itachi discussion is really complicated because it's a really ugly thing that happened. And then I also have to always remind myself that, like, we're looking at this from a perspective of, like, our lives, kind of, right? Like,
Right.
he lives in this fictional world that's, like, run by these magical ninjutsu skills and, like, you know what I mean? It's... So for me, like, living in a world where murder is, like, part of daily life, essentially, for so many people throughout history, I feel like taking out a clan is not as drastic as it would sound to us, like, in today's...
Well,
like,
then taking out the Leaf Village isn't as drastic either.
No, I agree with you about
That's
that.
many
I do
clans,
agree.
though.
I agree with you about that, though. Like, Sasuke's idea to wage war against the Leaf Village is not the same as if I was like, I'm really mad at my community, I'm just going to kill everyone in my neighborhood. Because we live in a totally different society.
Right.
I agree with you. And Sasuke growing up as an orphan is not uncommon. There's a lot of kids in Naruto that are orphans.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, even the kids who aren't orphans have been, like, everybody that's grown up in the Leaf Village that are characters in the show have been in war, right? Like, Kakashi's a war hero, Jiraiya's a war hero, Tsunade's a war hero, Orochimaru is a war hero. Like, everybody's been in war.
Right.
And so for Sasuke to grow up in a society like that anyway, losing his entire family is not that different than, like, Naruto losing his entire family. He just was able to spend more time with his family before they were annihilated. And dude, I'm not justified, like...
Well, except that it's totally different. Like, Naruto lost his parents when he was a baby. Sasuke, like, watched his parents get killed.
No, he
and
walked
No,
in-
he didn't.
He walked
No,
in
he
after they
didn't.
were murdered.
No, Itachi showed him. He showed him killing everybody.
Because he wanted... That's the other thing I was going
No,
to say.
that, I don't care what his reasons were. That's, like, horrible. You don't
I think
show
it
a
matters.
5-year-old little boy. No, you
I think
don't.
it matters
You
what his
don't.
reasons were, though.
I don't think he showed him when he was 5.
He
When
did. He
walked
showed
in-
him
when
right
he walked in and
when he
saw
found
his
his
parents dead, he showed him what he did to them. And then, when Sasuke...
I don't have a problem with that.
when Sasuke, like,
Just like
attacked
Itachi.
him in the hallway, when...
That's fine. I'd rather be Itachi than
When
Sasuke.
Yeah,
Sasuke-
he showed him again.
Right, but so Itachi
Twice,
was
2
politely
times.
trying to kidnap
Politely.
Naruto. He was. He, like,
Oh,
knocked on
trying
his
to kidnap
door. He was like,
Naruto.
please come with me. That would help me a lot.
Yeah.
And Naruto was like, screw you. And then Jiraiya came and was like, you think you can get me with the Genjutsu? And Itachi was like, yeah. Anyway, that whole thing. And then Sasuke shows up and uses all of his power. And all that Itachi
Right.
had to do was grab his wrist. Do you remember he breaks his
I
arm?
remember.
Yeah, it was really sexy. But here's the thing. He does that because he realized that Itachi wasn't as strong as he hoped he was at that point. And he thought only his hatred for himself, like, only Sasuke's hatred for himself could make him stronger. Like, he wanted him to use that hatred
See, but I feel like
and resentment to become a stronger person.
he didn't need, because now he's full of hatred. It's almost Itachi's fault that he wants to kill the Leaf Village because he's full of hatred.
It's
And
Itachi's
he
fault that
needs
he's full
to,
of
like-
hatred. For sure.
Not that he wants to kill the Leaf Village.
He needs. Yes, it is.
No, that's
'Cause
Sasuke.
If
That's
Itachi
Sasuke.
had gone about it differently.
That's
then-
Sasuke.
Okay, if Itachi had gone about it differently, Sasuke wouldn't have been such a hateful child and a hateful adolescent.
That's true.
And then he would have not been so messed up. Like, Itachi completely is to blame for
Okay,
Sasuke.
how did you want Itachi to handle the situation?
I don't...
Politely
somehow
ask his
different.
clan to come to the riverbank so he could drown them?
I
One
feel
by
like he could have
Done that?
it
Okay.
differently somehow. Like, why couldn't the Leaf just, like, arrest the Uchiha people that were trying to, like...
Oh yeah, they were gonna come quietly.
Okay, but, like, why can... it can't have been the whole clan. People had to have been reasonable, some of them.
Mm-mm.
Like, there has to be a better way. Or at least just don't kill the kids, or don't kill...
No, dude, for sure. Most of the Uchiha clan were really good people. I think all of them were good people that just had beef with the history of their clan.
Right.
I don't think that they were monsters.
Or Itachi threw his life away anyway, so he could have just killed the people that needed to be killed, and then let everyone take revenge on him and die, and then it would have been fine.
And
Nobody
die.
would have blamed the Leaf. Nobody would have started a war. Everyone would have just been mad at Itachi.
Well, but there were people that would have stayed alive that knew about the rebellion and would have been mad that someone was sent in to take care of the people who were planning a rebellion.
Well, and kill everyone who knows about the rebellion.
Rachel, I'm going to be quiet. Me and Heidi, this is what we're going to do. Me and Heidi are going to let you speak and defend Sasuke to your heart's content. And then we'll ask you questions. But for right now, just you explain why you still like Sasuke and why you think he's relatable, because I think he's not.
I understand why you don't like Sasuke, but I just like his character. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree or that I would have made the same decision, because I wouldn't have. I think his decisions are stupid, but that doesn't mean that I necessarily hate Sasuke. Like, I still like Sasuke, and I get where he's coming from. The way that his life has gone and what he's experienced and, like, how crappy everything has been for him. I will say that after this happened, I took a break for, like, 4 days because I was really pissed that the writer would make Sasuke react like that.
And the
Whatever,
mangaka is the one
writer-
who created
You're right,
Sasuke.
the writer
He didn't
did
make
that.
Sasuke react differently than what Sasuke would have reacted.
No, and that's why I was like, oh, I get it. Because Itachi had Sasuke had a horrible childhood. Like, I get how the writer came to that conclusion, because Sasuke is full of hate. Itachi, like, forced the hate into him, and now he's full of hate and nowhere to put it to. He has to put it somewhere. He's
He
gonna
put it
toward the
at
Leaf Village.
Itachi to kill him.
And then he didn't even get to, like, rejoice about killing Itachi like I wanted to, because then you find out that it, like, wasn't totally Itachi's fault. But I feel like it's all Itachi's fault, because Sasuke was full of hate because of Itachi.
Yeah.
Itachi could have at least sort of explained to Sasuke, or, like, not let Sasuke find out that it was Itachi, and, like, ran away with Sasuke, and they could have just been, like, rogue ninjas together.
Here's the
Like,
thing.
if Itachi really loved Sasuke and wanted him to be happy, why did he make his whole life miserable? Like, he, like, tortured Sasuke his whole life.
Sasuke could have actually just been like a good person from the beginning and not been filled with hate.
Are you saying that you, as a good person,
Mm-hmm.
do you consider yourself a good person?
Of course I do.
Okay. Are you saying that if I, as your sister,
Yeah.
killed everyone you've ever met,
Mm-hmm.
including your children
Mhm.
and your parents and Nicole
Mhm.
and everybody,
Mhm.
you would just be like, oh, Rachel, so good to see you again.
No, I'm not saying he should be buddies with Itachi. I'm saying he didn't have to
You're
live
saying
with hatred
you wouldn't
to
hate
try
me?
to murder his brother. First of all, let me
Because
just say
I know
one
you
thing
would,
about that.
Heinz. I know you.
First of all, there's no way you could kill any of my kids. Please. Like, that's just funny. But let's just say for this argument, you did.
You'd hate me.
I'd murder you, but that's actually because I could. Sasuke couldn't kill Itachi.
Oh my gosh. Well, he
Okay,
did.
okay, wait.
So.
Let me weigh in.
No, he did not!
Let me weigh in on this, because if you did that to me and I was the only survivor, and then I found out that my family, the adults in my family, were all planning this horrendous rebellion against
To murder a bunch of other
the
people.
government of, like, my state or the country, and they were going to try and overthrow it into this, like, totally different society and kill a bunch of other people that I also care about in my community. Like, if I found out that my family wasn't exactly what I thought they were, then I would maybe try to understand a little bit, like, well, I know Rachel. I know she's a good person. And I would
Except
be
that
super
Sasuke
confused.
really didn't know Itachi. He was like 5.
No, I know. And Itachi also gave him horrible memories of what he did to the clan.
Right.
So I agree with you. I'm just saying, again, we have to think of it in the context of a society where war and even just like hand-to-hand combat is still like a way of like resolving problems. Where it still happens in society today, but it's so far removed from like the average daily
it's
person's
totally
life.
a different society, I understand.
And so I just think it's like being told from the perspective of they don't have technology. Like most of the things they rely on are the ninjutsu powers. And so I just like it's interesting to think of it as a totally different world. And in a totally different world, if your brother was trying to protect the name of your clan, like there's a lot that goes into it, right? Like honor for your clan, going down in history. Like now Itachi is the sole villain rather than like 100 Uchiha men being rebels against the Leaf Village, where that's supposed to be a place where people can live peacefully as clans
right,
from
except
all
that they
over.
were being persecuted.
Well, and that's...
And they were pretty much like they were forced to go to the outskirts. They were like cast out of the Leaf Village.
Right.
And persecuted. So the Leaf Village wasn't fulfilling its peaceful
I agree.
role.
I agree. And I look at that, like a lot of things have happened in the history of America that go against the Constitution. I think it's the same thing, like Hashirama, who you'll know more about later on, established this place where people can live freely, and all people should be able to live freely and not have any kind of like discrimination or persecution.
Yeah, but there were still tons of wars even after the Leaf Village was established.
But it was mostly with other villages that like continued to hold different philosophies and threaten their way of life. This was like an internal rebellion. This was like going to be a civil war among the Uchiha, between the Uchiha and then the rest of the Leaf Village. And so thinking of it as like they were going to throw off the balance of peace in the Leaf Village and cause all kinds of, like every war has like ripples, right? And then it affects other lives and societies and things that they don't even know how it's going to... I mean, just look at like 9/11 and how much has rippled off of that. If the Uchiha...
I mean, think of how much has rippled off of Itachi killing everyone. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
that had no consequence.
But
there was going to be
Itachi-
consequences either way.
But Itachi is the sole villain now. He took that on completely.
Okay.
Sasuke has every right to be mad and hate Itachi. The thing that I don't understand, though, is Naruto was hated by the entire village. He wasn't accepted ever as the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Gaara, same thing. Gaara was even, like, a worse person than Sasuke when he was, like, a teenager. But then look at the person he became. Like, I feel like Naruto has such a message of, like, you can overcome your circumstances and choose who you want to be in life.
Yeah, they have different attitudes, for sure.
But I feel like Sasuke is completely 100% controlled by the things that have happened to him in his past. And that's why he's kind of an
the things that have
unattractive.
happened to him are way worse than Naruto.
But not than
Way.
Gaara. Gaara had it way worse than Sasuke.
I don't know.
Way
I mean, Gaara
worse.
had it really, really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. But so did Sasuke.
So you're trying to tell me that your brother killing people you knew is worse than your own father trying to murder you multiple times.
I'm not saying one is worse. I said Gaara is not worse.
Right, which would mean
They're
you
the
think
same.
Sasuke is.
No, I mean,
I mean, Sasuke is worse, but
I do love Gaara. Actually, yeah, I freaking love Gaara.
explain how that's the same.
It just, both of them are horrible. Both of them are like the worst you can get. They're horrible.
Mm-mm. Who did Gaara have? No one. 0 people.
Right, who does Sasuke
Sasuke,
have? No one.
everyone
0
in the
people.
Leaf Village was like envious of how powerful he was.
That doesn't mean they
And
loved
like
him.
they thought he was
still
awesome.
lonely.
But he didn't have to be. Sakura was there the whole time trying to be
Sakura
his
is a loser.
trying to be his girlfriend,
let's
and I
start
agree with
there.
you. That doesn't mean she wasn't trying to be there for him.
No, I know. I get it.
Naruto was always trying to be like, oh, we could be buddies, and Sasuke always just kind of ignored him. Like, that was Sasuke's decision to be lonely. Gaara literally had no one. He had 0 people.
Yes,
no one
you're
wanted
right.
to be his
By
friend.
the time that Sasuke was like 15, he had it easier than Gaara. But I'm just saying their childhoods in general.
They're not even close to being the same.
Okay.
Tell me how you think they're the same.
I already did.
No, you didn't. You said they're the same.
Okay, one, your brother, your like person that you've always looked up to, that you've loved, that he's like the hero of the town. Your brother, your closest friend. He murders everyone you've ever met. That's horrible.
Well, that's not true. Sasuke had met other people that
fine.
weren't
He had
dead.
met other people.
And Sasuke didn't
But
even know
he
everyone
was
in his
a little
clan.
boy. Sasuke had it really, really, really horrible. And yes, he could have like been friends with people, but he was traumatized. And he lost
Not
everyone.
really.
Like, I'm just saying what he went through was absolutely horrid. And yes, what Gaara went through was absolutely horrid as
It was
well.
worse.
They're both like the bottom. You can't get worse than what either of them went through. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying Gaara is worse.
Okay, let me only say one thing. The only reason why I would say Gaara probably had it worse is because on top of being the target of like his dad's bloodlust, I don't know how you want to say that, he was the Jinchuriki of his clan or of his village. So he not
was
only
already alone.
he not only was like rejected by, well, his mom died, right? And then not only was he like rejected by his family and the people around him, he also was rejected by the village. So really Gaara's situation is more like Sasuke and Naruto's situations combined. Except there is the fact that Gaara never watched people that actually loved him and that he loved be murdered. Like he didn't experience that part of it.
That's because no one loved him.
Well, no, that was what I was going to say, is there is something to the fact that Sasuke experienced love in his life in the first place. And I know that
Which is already better.
It's like what Pain says. You can't experience true peace unless you know true pain. Like, Gaara never felt happiness. So his pain...
He did for a
wasn't
second
bad.
with his uncle before he then said he never cared about him. He talks about how his heart hurt and he didn't understand the pain that he felt
No,
in
I
his
know.
heart.
And I literally was all teary-eyed. That was the only
So
time
he
in the whole
obviously
show,
felt...
Because I love Gaara.
Let's just settle the fact that Gaara and Sasuke both had a bad weekend.
They both had it horrible. I mean, maybe Gaara had like a 10 and Sasuke had a 9.9. But like, they're both horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, the thing is, it's not about Sasuke having an easy life and being able to just, like, he's not this, like, privileged rich kid that just, like, lives in high society that decides to become a villain. Like, he has a lot of reasons to be angry and a lot of reasons to kind of turn against the people that, even the people that care about him, because he maybe doesn't even want to get close to people anymore because he lost everyone he ever loved.
Right.
But I do still think that, like, people at some point in their lives, every person that is alive, that lives in a society that allows them to be free to think for themselves, at some point has to be responsible for their own decisions and stop making decisions based on what's happened to them in the past. And that's my biggest issue with Sasuke. It's not that he hasn't experienced pain or that he was lonely or even that, like, Itachi could arguably still be a villain from his perspective. Even though I love Itachi's, like, my second favorite character in the show. So I'm fully...
Second favorite?
Yeah, Hashirama's first. Sasuke still, as a human person, has to decide that he's going to make his own decisions in life and stop making decisions based on Itachi.
Right, no, I agree. And I'm not trying to defend Sasuke's decisions. Like, I get that he's making stupid decisions. I just don't hate Sasuke for it. Like, I understand where he's coming from, and he's a cool villain now. Like, I agree that he's not, like, a good person, but I don't hate Sasuke. Like, I love Sasuke still.
He's a cool villain. I never thought I'd hear those words.
It is kind of interesting, actually, to think of Sasuke as a villain because we do these villains that we love segments and heroes that we dislike.
I know, and Madara was a villain that I loved, not Sasuke.
This is the interesting thing, though, is I think of, like, Doflamingo from One Piece because he's one of my favorite
I know, I
villains
love
of all
him.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at his backstory, and he didn't have as bad as Sasuke. Like, I should be more merciful towards Sasuke than I am towards these villains that I actually, like, adore as characters.
Right, that's the thing. You guys love Pain.
Yes.
But he literally just blew up the whole entire Leaf Village. Like, he actually did it. Sasuke's just talking about it. And you guys love Pain. Why can't I love Sasuke?
Because
like,
you haven't finished the Pain story. Finish it and then we'll talk.
Sasuke. No, I know. He brings Hinata back to life somehow.
No, he doesn't.
Hinata has to come back to life somehow. So.
Wait, so Ray.
As long as
hold on.
Kakashi-sensei comes back to him.
Oh, okay, that's... You've been so mad that Hinata doesn't die.
Right.
Are you not pissed that Kakashi-sensei's dead?
I was pissed.
I just realized that you watched Kakashi die, and you haven't said a word about it. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, no,
Rachel doesn't care about Kakashi. She thinks that his life and
Do you wanna
backstory
know?
were way easier than Sasuke's. So.
She doesn't know.
What I
his backstory.
actually-
Oh,
did.
do you not know his backstory?
Kakashi?
Yeah. No, she has to know it.
With
Because
the
he just died.
Obito thing?
No.
Oh, you would know his backstory.
What backstory?
Yeah, with
Not
Obito.
with his-
Yeah, I know his father killed himself. And he died and went and sat by the fire with his dad.
Okay.
The White Fang, he killed Gaara's parents. No, he killed Sasori's parents.
Oh, and you love Sasori,
I
too.
love Sasori.
Oh, that fight was the most boring thing.
Whatever, that fight
Although,
made me
you know
like
what? I'd
Sasuke.
rather watch that fight again than have to ever watch anything with Sasuke again.
Not me.
I like Sakura, and I like Sasuke,
I hate both of
and I
them.
like Sasori. It was awesome. I love that fight.
Oh, kill me.
I think it's
Anyway.
interesting that we can have conversations like this where I'm like fully against Sasuke as a character and fully like Team Itachi. And you have a totally different perspective. You still like Sasuke, you don't agree with everything he does, but you're not on board with Itachi.
I'm definitely not on board with Itachi.
And then there's Heidi, who is kind of in between us, where like she liked Sasuke for a while, decided to hate him. Likes Itachi, but Itachi's never been like one of her favorite characters because he's not in your top 10, right? That's what I mean. But like I've never had a top 5 in Naruto at any point in the show where Itachi wasn't in the top 5. Even when he, like in the beginning, like when he first comes to the Leaf Village with
And like tortures
Kisame,
Kakashi for 72 hours.
I just thought he was like such a fascinating character from then on. I just liked him, even when I really thought he was like a crazy villain. And then I found out he's like this sweet child.
He's not sweet. He tortures Kakashi for 72 hours.
Kakashi can handle it. He's a
Okay,
man.
just because
Sasuke can't even handle it for
doesn't
2
mean
seconds.
Itachi's the sweet little boy. Like, yeah,
No, he
Kakashi
was,
can
though.
handle it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Itachi definitely like is careful about his fights. Like he knows that Kakashi Sensei has the Sharingan, and he knows that he'll be okay. Right? He knows he's gonna suffer, but he knows he'll be
Right,
okay.
but he didn't have to do it for 72 hours. He could have done like one little stab. Okay, you're done.
Do you think maybe he was like testing him too, though, like filling out
Why?
the security of the Leaf Village at the time? Because he
Why
knows
though?
he's Sasuke's sensei, and he came back to the village to check up on Sasuke
I just don't think that you
and
have to
pretend
torture
like he was
someone.
gonna kidnap him. No, he's not.
Like,
He's not like a merciful.
Itachi's a horrible person.
He's not a horrible person.
He
He's
is,
a prince.
He's a
Of
prince.
course.
Oh, wow.
And I love him. But here's the thing, right? I don't hate that you hate him. I think it's interesting that you like him still after he chose to like undo everything that even though he like does it because he's mad for Itachi, he like wants to undo everything he worked for in his life and go destroy the Leaf Village that really had nothing to do with it.
Right, I'm not like proud of Sasuke. Like, I'm not like cheering him on. But I understand, like, I feel for him. I get it. Like, I feel bad for Sasuke. And I love him.
This isn't going to make sense to you right now, Rach, but I'm just going to say that was the moment after he talked to Toby and he's standing out by the water and it's all dramatic and there's like a sunset or something, I can't remember, but everybody's like waiting for his answer, right? Toby's still there and
His stupid team.
Suigetsu and the monster guy and then the girl that like Sakura 2.0 that's like in love with him.
Sakura 2.0. I hate her. I like Sakura way more than Gaden.
Well, that's true. She's not 2.0. She's just like Sakura's like just like a shadow clone of Sakura. Anyway, they're all waiting for him to respond. That was the moment where Sasuke should have asked, what is a clan and what is a village? That was where his brain should have gone in that moment because he had just heard the story, and after hearing the story, he should have considered the difference between a clan and a village and taken into consideration Itachi's choice. That's where I got really frustrated with Sasuke, is that he didn't do any of that. He was just like, oh, I'm angry again. Like you said, he just like focused his anger elsewhere, and his target was the Leaf Village.
Right.
And to me, that's just not like the mark of like that's not the behavior of an admirable person.
I can agree with you. But just because he's not, like, the most stand-up, admirable guy doesn't mean that I hate him.
No, it's true, because I love Doflamingo.
He's flawed. He's flawed, and he's perfectly flawed.
Here's the thing.
I love
Toby
all his
also in that
curves and all
moment.
his edges.
Oh, ew.
All
Hua.
his perfect imperfections.
Hua, hua, hua. I actually might need to take a break to throw up. Hold on, it's coming. No, but even after he says he's like gonna go murder everyone in the Leaf Village, Toby even says something about, are you sure? Because of Itachi.
No,
he like
that
talks about
part-
Itachi and he's like, yes, I'm sure.
I know. When he said that's the last thing I would do. No, I know. That part is when I stopped watching. Because I realized that he didn't just want to kill Danzo. Because I'm all for killing Danzo. I hate that man.
Yeah, no one cares about him.
But he wanted to actually kill, like, the babies and the innocent people. And I was like, Sasuke, dude. And I
Now
was
he's
a little
worse than
disappointed.
Itachi, whom you hate.
Well, no, he's the same as Itachi. Itachi
No.
killed
No.
all the babies.
Because
Itachi-
he wouldn't just be destroying one clan, he would be destroying multiple clans that live in a peaceful village for the most part.
Right. But Sasuke at least has a reason for it.
No,
Fine,
he doesn't.
I know Itachi did too, but it's fine. I just like Sasuke, so I'm justifying it.
That's fine. So, we agree that Rachel loves Sasuke and doesn't really have any reason. I'm just
Yes.
kidding.
No, I do.
No, I
You think
agree.
he's hot?
That's fine.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I just understand his character after what he happened, all the trauma he went through. Like, he's just this, like, broken little man.
Little man.
that needs someone to hate.
Oh,
and
he's
so he
not
needs
even
to
a
leave
little
Village.
man. He's like a tiny little boy.
The what? Did you say the Leah Village?
I said Village. Did I say Village?
I'm talking over everyone. It's fine.
You might have said at the same time that she said village. But
I'm pretty sure. I
Okay,
said
here's the
Village.
thing. When you get further and some more crap happens, we're having another discussion about
I will
Sasuke.
say
We'll have you
that
back.
so
It's hard not to
Joel-
talk about more stuff, so.
No, I know. Joel has told me, my husband, Joel, has told me that he didn't hate Sasuke at this point either. But the more he watched, he hates him now.
This was the time
And
when I started hating him, and then it
That he
literally
likes
went
Itachi.
downhill like a very fast slope all the way down past Armin. He passed Zenitsu,
Okay, Armin.
Noelle, Nami, Armin, all of them on the way down, and he just kept going. He
Yeah.
can't even see those people.
Everybody just has a different relationship with like fiction and storytelling, and I think it's really cool because one person's story or character could reach someone in a way that's really personal and that no one else can understand, but they might feel understood and heard by the writer because they have some sort of connection. There's also the other side. We don't really always share the same reasons, but we can like hate a character or be like really angry about a story. And it's the same story, but we're all just consuming it and understanding it a little bit differently in our own way, which also means like our brains work individually, and we shouldn't expect people to always think the way that we do and be on the same page because they don't have to. They have their own way of thinking. And even though, Rach, I think you're totally wrong for liking Sasuke.
I know.
It's fine. Like, you have the right for him to be your favorite character in the show. That's fine. And it's not like I can do anything about that.
I have a lot of favorites, to be fair.
You can't have more than one favorite.
I say favorite to a lot of people, so
In Naruto,
yeah.
throw out some others, just a handful.
I like Gata and Kakashi Sensei. And Lee. I love Lee.
Do you like Guy Sensei?
I like Guy Sensei. I think he's a cutie.
A cutie. That's definitely
He is.
not one of his
He's
traits.
more of a man than Sasuke is.
His personality is just like a cutie, though, you know what I mean?
Dude, Ray, when you get to the end of Naruto, if Guy Sensei is not in your top at least 5, I will be shocked out of my freaking mind. He was in my top 5.
You were not shocked that he wasn't in my top 5.
I was.
You
Are
were
you
not.
kidding me? We
You
have
were
talked.
just like, okay.
We have talked about this.
You know who
for,
is in
like,
my
a
top 5,
year.
though? Madara.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I just like this kind of conversation because I like to disagree about things and hear why people disagree with me.
Yeah, no, I get
It's
it. I
fun.
agree.